Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranch. Tonight I'll be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for some select fights from UFC Vegas 75. I do believe they are all main card fights. Like most of you guys know, I don't have the time to break down all the fights, except for on Friday during the live stream, so tune in for that. But I did do a Capper comparison pick for fights that I was kind of on the fence about, like I do every week. And that's what I am presenting to you right now. So let's get this show started with the curtain jerker of my show, not with any card. It's like maybe the feature fight. No, it's not even the feature because I'm not doing this Armen Sarukian fight because that's ridiculous odds. You already know who's going to win that. So we're going to start out with this show with the featherweight fight between Pat Sabatini taking on Lucas Almeida. Pat Sabatini training out of Renzo Gracie, Philly, but if you look at his Instagram, he's spending a lot of time over at BJJ Unlimited with a guy named George Strunk. George Strunk is a decorated BJJ black belt, I think under Daniel Gracie maybe. That's why I saw it written on the wall or something like that in the Instagram videos. But so Daniel Gracie team, and you know he's also frequents Renzo Gracie Philly because that's his legit school on Tapology with all that whole family of people. As of late though, like Sean Brady, they're starting to take some L's, Pat Sabatini included, because he's coming off a loss to Damon Jackson, where he got ground and pounded round one. Not a good look for Pat Sabatini. He is 17-4. He is the favorite here, 2-1 odds. These odds are from yesterday from Bet Online. They may have moved. I was going to do this show last night, but then I got sucked into some rabbit hole. So anyway, I didn't get to it last night, but these odds are from last night. I don't think they changed much. I did not check them out today. So anyway, Pat Sabatini is 32 years old. Actually, both these guys, Sabatini and Lucas Almeida, both 32 years old. So there's no age discrepancy at all when it comes to these guys. Let's go really quickly go through a little bit of Pat Sabatini's last five. As I mentioned, he lost that ground and pound round one to Damon Jackson. Before that, he beat TJ Laramie, unanimous decision. He beat Tucker Lutz, unanimous decision. He beat Jamal Emmers, heel hook, round one. That was a poor fight IQ in Jamal Emmers. But Pat Sabatini, opportunistic. Did take the opportunity to win that. And before that, he had the unanimous decision win over Tristan Connolly, which turned me off from being a Pat Sabatini fan. I'll tell you what, in his win. Because he did win round 1 and 2, so I don't like that. Against Tristan Connolly, go ahead and watch the fight again. Round 3, he spent the whole time evading any type of contact. He just pretty much, not literally, but was keeping distance. He didn't want to get caught with anything crazy. I guess it's a smart fight IQ play. You already have 2 rounds in your back pocket. But come on, man, it's a fight. People are not paying you to avoid getting hit and running. It turned me off from being a Pat Sabatini fan. Until then, I was a big supporter and fan. After then, kind of fell off. But anyway, big favorite here, taking on Lucas Almeida. 14 and only 1 loss for him. I'll get into that a little bit. He is a plus 177 underdog yesterday. He also has a 3-inch height advantage and a 1-inch reach advantage. And you think, oh, Pat Sabatini, he's a grappler, wrestler extraordinaire. He did, forgot to mention, Pat Sabatini did wrestle at NCAA Division I school, Rider University. He was a decorated wrestler there. I don't think he won any NCAA tournaments, but he was on a D1 wrestling team, so he's got that. And he is a BJJ black belt, as I've mentioned. However, Lucas Almeida, also a BJJ black belt, and a Muay Thai kickboxing black belt, and a regular kickboxing black belt. So he's got Muay Thai, he's got kickboxing, and Jiu-Jitsu, black belt, black belt, black belt for Lucas Almeida. Training out of Team Kiyoshi, which is, that is actually, it's not Japanese. You would think, oh, Kiyoshi, that sounds like a Japanese name. No, it's the owner's name. It's out of Brazil. It's a Brazilian school. The owner's last name is Kiyoshi. I think he's mixed, like Brazilian and Japanese somewhere. But fighting out, Lucas Almeida fighting on Team Kiyoshi with the striking advantage, in my opinion, and enough BJJ black belt, so he's not going to get caught on some basic, Jiu-Jitsu 101 move, because he's a black belt. He knows how to defend himself. So we'll get into that, but let's talk about the last five for Lucas Almeida really quickly. I heard I spent way too much time on this. But anyway, he had his last fight was a win in his UFC debut against Mike Trizano, New Jersey's own. He got him with the left hook to ground strikes in round 3. Phenomenal win. Luke, I like Mike Trizano. He's what is he? He's a karate guy. I think he's from Shulman's Karate in New Jersey. Before that, he was in jungle fights where he beat Italo Guilo Trinidad in round 1. Before that, he took his one loss, 14-1. One loss, it was in Dana White's Contender Series, and it was against Daniel Zellhuber. Zellhuber managed to get the unanimous decision. Prior to that, he beat back jungle fights. He beat Nico Cocuccio by a flying knee, round 3. Exciting things like that. Not running away from people. I'll tell you that. And before that, he beat Bruno Tavares in max fight, in a 5-round fight. He got the retirement. So, Lucas Almeida, it's been 5 rounds. He has finishes by exciting finishes like flying knees and ground strikes, whatever, what have you. Taking on Pat Sabatini. From the tone of my voice, you can already kind of sense where I'm going to go with this. But let's see what the cappers have to say, yeah? First, taking the 2-1 favorite in Pat Sabatini, we've got my boy Johnny K. Johnny K, super happy about last week's Oliveira victory for him. Johnny K, congrats on that. Then jumping over Lucas Almeida's side, we have the MMA guru. That's right, with the beanie from the UK. Hilarious. He's like a comedian capper. And then, bear with me one second. I just gotta get through this song. It's starting to. So I need some good background noise, yeah? There we go. Better. Okay. Jump back to Pat Sabatini. We've got the Fight Night Pick brothers. That is Matt and Craig Allen. Both of them on the same side here, taking Pat Sabatini. Then we've got Blood Money. That's Johnny's partner on their live stream. I think it was last night, or maybe it's tonight. I forget which night it is. I'm so busy. I try to catch it, but I can't all the time. They're doing Friday night. They're doing a watch along for Bellator. But so am I, guys. So am I. Well, I'll have Dave do it. I'll have Dave run it on his background TV while we're doing a full card breakdown of this. But anyway, definitely tune in tomorrow for the live stream. We're gonna see if Illinois Bigfoot made any progress with his grocery girl. If you were in last week's live stream, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, jump on it. Great time. Great time. You won't regret it. Anyway, then we have the 5th capper I'm using this week. It's a pair, and they are from probably the best, my opinion, definitely, I don't like to call one person the best, but top 5 handicappers out there. We Want Picks! And they're split. Angelo from We Want Picks, he always leans the wrestler. Angelo think Sabatini is going to be able to get a lot of control time and smother Almeida to get a control time, boring decision victory, kind of like what he usually does. Well, that Tristan Connolly, Tucker Lutz, TJ Leroy, those ones. But anyway, Lucas Almeida, taking him is Jacob. Awesome, Jacob. Jacob knows how to pick underdogs. I'll give him that. It's fantastic what he does his pick of the week. Oh my goodness, what is this crap? So, what's up? I hate it. I hate it. Hate it. What? So that, anyway. So apparently it's a tie, except you got to consider Fight Night picks Matt and Craig on. That's two people there. So they're both, Sabatini would edge out the Capra comparison pick right here. However, for the reasons I mentioned earlier, I think there's a big striking advantage for Lucas Almeida. He's got the kickboxing black belt, he's got the Muay Thai black belt, and the BJJ black belt to keep him from getting caught with a stupid submission. So my pick is going to be Lucas Almeida for the big upset, plus money, plus 177, I like that. And I like Lucas Almeida in this fight. He'll make my 3-fight parlay here. Obviously, if you guys don't know, if you're early first-time watchers, I parlayed my three picks into a 3-leg parlay. It's been cashing. Last week it didn't because of Beneil Dariush, but so be it. Moving on. Next, we have the middleweight fight between CLD. Christian Leroy Duncan, undefeated Christian Leroy Duncan, taking on Armen Petrosian. Christian Leroy Duncan, CLD, undefeated fighter here. Coming at 8-0, coming off his UFC debut victory over Dusko Tudorovic. But the thing was, it was like fluky kind of, because Tudorovic, he blew his knee out. It's a knee injury, and Duncan got the win there. Before that, he was in Cage Warriors, and he beat Martin Dimitrov, spinning elbow, round 1, good one. He beat Jati Milan, flying knee, round 3. You like to hear flying knee victories because you know they're going to be exciting fighters. Before that, Justin Moore, rear naked choke, round 1. And before that, Will Curry, unanimous decision, all cage fighters. He trains out of, on Instagram, according to Instagram, he's training out of Tiger Muay Thai. Guess who he's training with? None other than Phil Hawes. Yes, sir. He's been training with Phil Hawes down Tiger Muay Thai. Here's the thing. Leroy Duncan, Christian Leroy Duncan, CLD, 27 years old. Armen Petrosian's not that much older, he's 32. But what's crazy, 8-inch reach. These guys are, actually Petrosian's 1 inch taller, but CLD's got an 8-inch reach advantage. That's 4 inches per fist. So you got to consider, if he wants to keep it on the outside and jab for points, he has that opportunity, he has that option. We'll see if he can do it against the inside pressure of Armen Petrosian. Let's talk about Mr. Superman, Armen Petrosian. Not the most creative nickname, because Ryan Spann is also Superman. I think there's another one too, but Armen Petrosian, Superman. Okay, you like it, I like it, whatever. Let's go. Armen Petrosian, 7-2, coming off a win against AJ Dobson. I think AJ Dobson is headlining bare knuckle fights this weekend. I do believe I read that, right? Am I right with that? I should be. Anyway, put in the comments if I'm mistaken. But I think I read somewhere AJ Dobson is headlining the bare knuckle boxing this weekend. Before that, he did take a loss to Cal Barelho, but Cal Barelho, the fighting nerd, or BJ, yeah, fighting nerd, he's good. That was a unanimous decision loss. He had his UFC debut win by split decision over RoboCop, Gregory Rodriguez. Very good win, RoboCop. It's one of my favorite fighters to watch. Very exciting guy. But I will admit that could have went either way. I actually had money on RoboCop and Gregory Rodriguez. I was kind of bitter. I think he should have got the split decision. He should have got his arm raised there. But nonetheless, I'm not a judge, and you guys know the judges stink. So anyway, Armen Petrosian got that UFC debut split decision win against RoboCop, which is looks very good on his resume. Before that, he was Dana White Contender Series where he beat Kaloyan Kolev. Head kick to ground strikes, round 1, impressive. And before that, he was in AMC, which is a Russian regional scene, and he lost to Hassan Yousefi. Punches, round 1. That's one of his only 2 losses he's suffered. He's training when he's in Russia, he trains at Academy MMA with Roman Kopylov. Yes, sir. Check his Instagram. Him and Roman Kopylov, very good friends. And they've been training at the Academy MMA for this camp. But then he's also came a little early, and he's been training at ATT, American Top Team. With who? Armen Tsarukyan. The biggest favorite on this card, Armen Tsarukyan. That's who he's been training with. Armen Petrosian, Armen Tsarukyan, the Armens. Yeah, that's Armen Petrosian right there. You got it, babe. And of course, he's spending a lot of time with American Top Team coach Artem Levin. So good for Armen Petrosian. Now let's see what the cappers have to say. The cappers. Starting with the favorite, Leroy Duncan is the -150 favorite. Petrosian comes back a +130 for those guys that like the plus money. So starting with the favorite, we've got both Angelo and Jacob from We Want Picks are on the side of Christian Leroy Duncan. Then we've got Blood Money. Yes, Cody. Attaboy, Cody. Taking the underdog. By decision, taking Armen Petrosian. Jump back over here. We've got the MMA Guru on the side of CLD. Then we have the Fight Night Pick Brothers. They are split, actually, on this one. The younger brother, Matt, is taking Armen Petrosian. And then we've got his older brother, Craig Allen, from New Brunswick, Canada. Craig on the side of Christian Leroy Duncan. And finally, we have Johnny K. Is he going to even the picks out, or is he going to sway me one way or the other? He's actually making it a capper majority on Christian Leroy Duncan, Johnny K. teetering that way, causing Duncan to get the capper majority here. Now, I've been back and forth on this fight. However, what I like is that Petrosian on Instagram has been put in Russia with Roman Kopylov, then right to the States with Armen Tsarukyan and coach Artem Levin, whatever. He's been putting it in heavy and hard. And I think he's also has, I think Christian Leroy Duncan, I think he's definitely got the reach advantage. So I think he can probably outstrike Armen Petrosian, but maybe not. Armen Petrosian, a former championship kickboxer. He does have a kickboxing background. And then, of course, he's Russian, so those Russians, they all know a little bit about grappling, you know. So you got to consider that too. But anyway, in this, once again, I'm taking the underdog here. Plus money! And I'm going to take Armen Petrosian to get the job done. Upset, giving Christian Leroy Duncan his first loss. I like it. I'm with it. Plus money. I think he's also going to get it by decision. Almeida, I think that's going to be finished. Inside the distance by probably TKO. For Almeida, sorry, I'm out of practice, guys, you know. Finally, we got the main event. We got the Italian Dream. Marvin Vettori taking on Killer Gorilla. Jared Cannonier.
Yeah.
Yep, Marvin Vettori. 19-5-1. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, Nora. You guys leave a thumbs up too. That'd be very appreciative. Marvin Vettori, 19-5-1 comes in. There was line movement here. This was flipped from what I have. Originally when I opened up, Vittori was -105, Cannonier was -115, making Cannonier slight favorite. Now it's flipped. They're still both minus money. But Vittori has the slight favoritism here at -115 as of yesterday. The Italian Dream coming off a win against Roman Dolidze, but yeah, unanimous decision. I'll give him that. It was an impressive win. I actually had Roman Dolidze, so I was, again, because that's the shirt I'm wearing. It's the logo. Before that, he took a loss to Robert Whittaker. And coincidentally, both these guys have losses. In their last 5, they both have losses. The same losses. Vittori and Cannonier both lost to Robert Whittaker. Both of them by unanimous decision. And they both lost to Israel Adesanya by unanimous decision. Weird. But anyway, that's a quinky dink. That's fun. That's fun having that. Marvin Vettori does have a unanimous decision win over Paulo Costa in there, and an impressive unanimous decision win against Kevin Holland. So keep that in mind. Where has he been training? He's been training at the UFC Performance Institute. Who's he been training with? Well, on Instagram, it shows him training with LFA guy Renato Valente. Interesting enough, because that's. And he's also in a picture. I don't know if they're training together, but he's in a photo with Bilal Muhammad, and it looks like it's post-training. So I think maybe Bilal Muhammad did a little bit of rolling around with Marvin Vettori or something. I don't know. Yeah, Jared Cannonier training out of MMA Lab. Jared Cannonier, 10 years older than Vittori. A lot of people are noticing that. 39, almost 40. Vittori, 29, almost 30. Nora, stop messing with the lights. Just leave it, okay? Jared Cannonier, Killer Gorilla, coming off a split decision win against Sean Strickland. A lot of people are saying that was a robbery. Sean Strickland should have won. I don't know about that. Then before that, the loss to Izzy. He beat Derek Brunson, elbows, round 2. Good one. Before that, he beat Kelvin Gastelum, unanimous decision. And before that, took that loss to Robert Whittaker, Bobby Knuckles, unanimous decision. Jared Cannonier will have the reach advantage here. 3.5-inch reach advantage. Vittori, 1-inch height advantage. That doesn't really come into play either way. As I mentioned, Cannonier training out of MMA Lab. Also he's damn near coaching, because you go on Instagram and it shows him instructing people, going helping them out. You can call him to you'll follow people like that. You pull up Cannonier and you'll pull up a picture, and then I'll have other people. Then I'm like, who's that person? Hit that name, and coincidentally, he's also training with an LFA middleweight. Marvin Vettori, his main training partner, Renato Valente, LFA middleweight. Jared Cannonier, main training partner, Bruce Xavier, LFA middleweight. Weird. And he's been spending a lot of time with the striking coach over there, Rob Emerson, the violent athlete. Rob Emerson is a former UFC veteran, so good for Jared Cannonier. Man, this one is a tough one. And I have been back and forth, but let's see what the cappers have to say before I give you my decision. Yeah. Okay, starting with the new, now slight favorite, Marvin Vittori. We've got, oh, get this, the Fight Night Pick brothers split on their decision. Matt on the side of the 10-year younger Italian dream, Marvin Vittori. Jared Cannonier, Craig is on the side of Cannonier. Thinking even the 4.5 rounds over under, the bookies even think it's going to go decision. Minus 200 to go for the over 4.5 rounds. The under plus 160. If you think one of these guys is going to go down, which I don't, then go ahead and take your bet. You get paid back. Plus money. But both these guys think it's going to go over, and they're taking their, obviously, sides. Jump back over here. We got Johnny K. Johnny K thinking Vittori is going to get the decision over here. However, Blood Money Cody on the underdog. Cody, good for you, man, taking all underdogs in these 3 fights here that I checked out. Underdog, underdog, underdog for Blood Money MMA bets. By the way, guys, check these. All the cappers' links will be in the description. Please check their shows out. That's why I put them up here to promote them. Some of these guys, Guru, Fight Night Picks, We Want Picks, those guys don't need my help. They're already successful handicappers getting paid from YouTube. I'm talking more about like Johnny K, Blood Money. I promote the not the guys that have 30,000 followers. I promote the guys that have like 2,000. You know what I mean? Like, so anyway, check all these guys out. And there's so much more. I wish I had more time away from my career, but I don't. Then we've got the MMA Guru. He's on the side of Jared Cannonier, actually. Guru thinks he's going to have the better fight IQ. Thing is, Vittori does fight with emotions. He does do that, and sometimes his fight IQ is not in line. I don't want to mention his deficits with his. Yeah, let's just leave it at Vittori. He has a few shortcomings when it comes to that, but nevertheless, MMA Guru on the side of Jared Cannonier. And finally, we've got We Want Picks. Angelo and Jacob both taking the same side, taking the younger fighter in Marvin Vittori, and they think Marvin Vittori is better in every facet of the game. Cardio is there better. Durability's better. Striking's better. Wrestling's better. That one I'll debate. Cannonier's pretty good. He's well balanced as well, so who knows. But close one again. Look at this. No full capper comparison. Consensus. None of them today. But we do have a pretty even 3, or actually, We Want Picks is Angelo and Jacob. So 5 cappers featured in this show to 3 cappers taking Cannonier. So Vittori edges out the capper majority. So when in doubt, go that way. But I'm also for the same reasons, especially 10 years younger. So I think 5-round fight. I think when it gets into the championship rounds, later rounds, Vittori's going to be still in it with pretty decent, good cardio. Cannonier is going to start to fade a little bit probably after round 2. You'll see round 3, 4, 5 are going to be a slower Cannonier. He hasn't shown that though. He's at 39. He's still keeping up with everybody, but the age is a big factor for me. And Cannonier, I think, is 39. I think he's starting to probably age out of the prime, where Cannonier or Vittori is right there, right in his prime, and he's getting better every fight. I'm gonna go with Marvin Vittori here. The Italian dream to get it done by decision. So, to recap.
Thank you.
A little late on that one. Time check indeed. What are we at? Oh, I'm perfect. Okay. So to recap, I have Lucas Almeida plus money beating Pat Sabatini by TKO. What's going to happen is Pat Sabatini does not like getting punched, and he's not good. His chin is not as good as he tries to evade, but he'll get caught by Almeida, the Muay Thai and kickboxing black belt, and that's where Sabatini thinks he can manhandle, take the thing to the ground, and just wrestle his way to a decision victory. But I think Almeida's gonna. And Almeida can get taken down. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing I saw. Almeida, I think right now for active fighters, the most significant kicks. I don't know if it's... Yeah, I think it was 117 kicks. On his Instagram, there's a little chart. And he's right top. The next person in line is a female, and it's like 90-something. So he's got 117 or something. The next person in line for the most. I'm gonna have to check it out again, but I just saw it like earlier this morning when I was messing around. But Almeida using those body kicks, keeping it at distance with the reach. He's gonna strike him, and I think he's gonna catch him. Sabatini hard. Sabatini's gonna go down. Almeida's gonna jump on top. Little ground and pound TKO for Almeida. Let's go. Then I have Armen Petrosian, Superman, plus money again. Getting it done over, giving Christian Leroy Duncan his first loss. Welcome to America, Christian Leroy Duncan. Where's he at? He's out of England, right? Something like that. CLD, I mean, he did get that win over Dusko. Dusko blew out his knee, though. He does have that 8-inch reach advantage. But Petrosian, former kickboxing champion, I think he knows how to get on the inside of those long arms. Phone booth punching. He'll be in there tight. Jab, 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 strike, strike. Oh, yeah. I like Petrosian there. I don't think he's going to finish Duncan. Duncan apparently is very durable. So, he's undefeated. And a lot of his things end quick. Well, he's gone decision once his last 5. But I don't know. I'm leaning with the underdog here. He's got the UFC experience. He's fought 3 times in the UFC compared to Christian Leroy Duncan's half a round or whatever that was against Todorovic. So, Armen Petrosian, he's got my nod. I'm going there at plus money, giving Duncan's first loss. And finally, I've got the favorite in Marvin Vittori. It's going to be a close fight going to decision, but I think Vittori, his cardio is going to, when it comes to championship rounds, his cardio is still going to be there, where you're going to see Cannonier's age start showing, and he's going to start to wither a little bit after round 2. You'll see, going into round 3, no one's going to get knocked out or anything, but going round 3, you're going to see a definite slowdown for Cannonier. Mark my words. And Vittori's going to get his way to, edge his way to a decision victory there. I did already place this 3-leg parlay, and let me write it here. I'll write it here. 3-leg parlay on BetOnline, placed yesterday. For me, my units are not balling like we want picks and DC Day. My units are not $100. It's supposed to be 2% of your bankroll. When my bankroll gets over $1,500, I withdraw that stuff. That's my play money. That's what. So 2%. We'll say I try to keep 1,000 in each of my books. I use 5 different books though, so I got like $5,000. But so a unit for me is $20. Okay, this 3-leg parlay I put in $20. But anyway, the 3-leg parlay is paying plus 1,091. So if you put $100, that's the baller unit. If you put $100 on that, you are going to make 10,000. Is that right? Okay, if you put $10, on there onto this plus 1,091, $10 is going to win you $109. So yeah, 100 will win you 1,009. Yeah, 100 is going to win you 1,000. That's what it is. 100 will win you 1,000 and almost $1,010. So there you have that. Gather the info. Place your bets and cash those tickets. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Comment on who you think's gonna win these fights. If I'm a fool or not, whatever. Ring that bell. Ring that bell. Not but whatever. What I'd rather you do. Come Friday, jump into the live stream. I start around 9 o'clock Eastern time. I'll be there. BC Dave will be there. Probably Manny, I think. I think he's got a show that gets done at 9. So he wants to come on. But I am competing with Bellator. But Dave will have it on in the background. So we'll be checking the fights on Bellator as we're doing our breakdown after we watch the face-off. So come and tune in on Friday. Thanks for watching this. Good luck on your bets, and see you on Friday. Bye bye.